Welcome to today's episode, where we break down the financial standing of the 2024 presidential and vice presidential candidates. From multi-billionaires to those with a more modest net worth, today we'll explore where Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, J.D. Vance, and Tim Walz sit on the spectrum of American wealth and how their personal fortunes compare to the average American's. Let's start with the wealthiest candidate, Donald Trump. Trump, the Republican presidential nominee and former president, is one of the richest individuals ever to seek the office. His net worth is estimated at around $3.9 billion, making him wealthier than 99.9% of American households. His fortune primarily comes from real estate, hotels, golf courses, and his media ventures like Truth Social. Trump has been a fixture in the business world for decades. And even though he's faced financial setbacks, including lawsuits and declining media revenue, he continues to be a symbol of immense wealth. Next, let's talk about Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic presidential nominee. Harris's net worth is significantly lower than Trump's, but still impressive. She and her husband, lawyer Douglas Emhoff, have a combined net worth of around $8 million. Much of this comes from Harris's steady career in public service, as well as Emhoff's lucrative legal career. As vice president, Harris earns a salary of $284,600, and the couple also holds substantial investments in stocks and retirement accounts. Interestingly, Harris has also profited from book royalties. She made over $450,000 in royalties from her memoir and a children's book. Now, shifting to the vice presidential candidates, we see a contrast. Republican J.D. Vance, a senator from Ohio, has an estimated net worth of around $10 million. Vance's financial journey is unique. He grew up in poverty, but after serving in the military and writing his best-selling memoir Hillbilly Elegy, he amassed significant wealth. Before entering politics, Vance worked as a venture capitalist, which contributed to his financial growth. Like Harris, he also benefits from book royalties and continues to earn income from his investments. On the other hand, Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Walz stands out for his relatively modest net worth. As governor of Minnesota, Walz has a net worth of approximately $1 million, much lower than his counterparts. Walz and his wife, both lifelong educators, have built their finances largely around public pensions and retirement accounts. They sold their home when Walz became governor, and currently they do not own any other properties. The wealth disparity among these candidates reflects the range of financial circumstances in the U.S. While Trump and Vance represent the wealthiest end of the spectrum, Harris and Walz are closer to what many Americans might consider middle to upper middle class. For Trump and Vance, their wealth has been driven by business ventures and capital investments. In contrast, Harris and Walz have relied more on public service salaries and traditional retirement savings. But how does their wealth compare to the average American? According to recent data, the median net worth of American households is around $122,000. That means even Tim Walz, with his $1 million in assets, is far wealthier than the majority of Americans. Trump, by contrast, is in a league of his own. His wealth is nearly unimaginable for most people. As we move closer to the 2024 election, it's interesting to consider how these candidates' financial backgrounds might influence their policies and perspectives. Money is often a reflection of a person's values and priorities. And for these candidates, their wealth or lack of it may shape how they view economic issues, tax policies, and government spending. Thanks for tuning in to this breakdown of the candidates' wealth. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes as we continue to analyze the key factors shaping the 2024 election.